Hello folks, Everchanger here, and welcome back to more EarthBound Beginnings. Last time, we made our way through the swamp here to LA, and we met Teddy, who is our new friend for the time being. He's also the name of one of my cats. So that's fun. Let's check our state right here. I did a little bit of grinding in between episodes, so this is what we're looking like on Ninten. And here is Anna. A couple of level ups on both of them, I think. Teddy I brought to level 25. Because, as you can see, his offense is already higher than Ninten's by a not insignificant amount. Also worth noting, I warped back to Magicant and equipped Teddy with Magic Coin, Gold Ring, and H2O Pendant, just like I did with everybody else, just to get him a little up to par in terms of the equipment. I also went back to my house, using our awesome teleport ability, and I got rid of the Ghost Key because it's useless. I also sold off all of the old weapons that we had, so here's what our inventory is looking at right now. Anyway, this time we are going to be heading out of LA towards the mountain just as Teddy wanted us to. And something I noticed that's really interesting is Teddy's walk cycle is actually backwards from all the other characters. I'm not really sure why that is, but whenever one of the characters steps with their right, Teddy steps with their left, and vice versa, which I found pretty interesting. So he sort of seems to wobble relative to the others. Not sure if that's on purpose or what, but I just thought it was a really neat little detail. Anyway, I think we want to head up this way. And here we have the Starmen. Now it's worth noting, I did not buy a boomerang for Teddy because the sword is actually far better than the boomerang right off the bat immediately, and Teddy gets level 26 because of course he does. Well, every little bit helps, because the area we are going to... oh boy, this area is notorious. Even for people who have never played this game, they've probably heard whispers of the area that we're going to. Whispers in fear. Whispers in fear indeed. Anyway, I believe this way is the way we want to go. Because well, I'm not going to say the name yet. The mountain, we'll just say, is pretty close to here. Let's bring up our map. Yeah, the mountain has an entrance right around here, so that should be interesting. Alright, where am I going? There's supposed to be a house around here. Hopefully I don't get too terribly lost, because getting lost is not something you really want to do when you are trying to make quality YouTube content, now is it? But yeah, look at that. Teddy does a lot of damage already, and he's only level 26. He did more damage than Ninten, although granted Teddy did get a smash attack. So I guess that's something worth pointing out. Alright, where is it we are going exactly? I want to say it's across this bridge? Yes, here we go. Here we have this house. Talk to this guy. You ever get hurt? Come to my place. I have food, medicine, and a bed you can use. Talk to him again. Come on, children, what do you need? If you say sleep, you actually get fully healed here for free, which is super duper nice. Do your best. If you talk to him and you say life up, he will just give you a life up cream, and you can get an infinite amount of these as far as I'm aware, so if you want to stock up, feel free to do so. Anyway, with that, I think I want to keep some inventory space free, because there are some items in the upcoming area that I really want to grab. And that upcoming area is right around here, I think, if we keep heading a little north. Okay, I really do not want to deal with this type of fight right now, so we are going to run. Even though I'm sure we can take them, I really don't want to deal with that atomic robot exploding. Would not be good. Anyway, I want you to listen to this music. Sound familiar? Once again, an iconic song from the Super Nintendo EarthBound game got its start here. Anyway, these are the caves of Mount Itoi, otherwise known as Holy Lowly Mountain in the Japanese version and the Starmen.net translation of the Game Boy Advance version. There are ultimate weapons for every character except Lloyd in here, I believe, so we are going to want to grab those. Here we have a Cerebrum. These guys can mess you up with their PSI powers if they get a hit off on you, so you want to bring them down as quickly as you can. Defense down Beto. How much is that gonna do? Defense decreased by 36, 32, and 36. That's a little scary. Don't really want to deal with that. Alright, I think the best thing to do when you're fighting these guys is actually have Anna cast the PSI block ability on these things. That can be really, really helpful. Because if Anna can actually get it off on these guys, they basically can't do anything to you. Please aim for Teddy. Darn. Ah well. As you can see, it has PSI magnet. If you use block on this thing, ideally, you would be able to make it so that it cannot use PSI powers on you, because that's all it can do. And then you can just suck power points from it using PSI magnet, which unfortunately didn't work out for me there whatsoever, but I guess we'll just work with it. That is one of only 2 types of enemies that show up in this area, and honestly, the caves of Mount Itoi are pretty manageable. Anyway, first things first, we want to head around this way and open this box. There was Katana. Ninten gets the Katana. That is Teddy's ultimate weapon. So we are going to go into, not that, we want goods, and then we're going to go to Katana and give it to Teddy. And then we can go into Teddy's goods and we can equip the Katana. I believe that makes his offense go up by at least 10, maybe even more. Alrighty, so let's head back through here, and I gotta say, this area is a freaking maze, so I'm gonna try my absolute best to show the best route through this area while still getting all of the ultimate weapons. So next up, we want to head around this way. Alright, what's next? Blue Starman. These guys are a little scary. Alright, what are we going to do here? Alright, we'll target you. We'll have Anna do Beam Gamma on this guy just to get him out of our life, and then we're going to attack Starman A. How much is that going to do? 61? Ooh, smash attack. Please be a KO. Yes, it is, although I have a feeling that was a pretty close KO. And then Beam takes out the other Starman. Alrighty. How much experience does that give us? Not a whole lot, to be honest. The main thing that this area is infamous for is for being laughably unbalanced and not in your favor, so be prepared to get screwed out of things you think you deserve but the game doesn't think you deserve. Anyway, this box has a life up cream in it. I'm going to be grabbing every item in the area except for a bomb, just because everything is on the regular path except for that bomb, and honestly, I don't think it's worth going out of the way to get, just because this area can be quite ruthless. Alright, let's head right around this way. Honestly, this is going okay so far, but as I mentioned, the enemies in this area are pretty manageable. Alright, where did that put me out? Gotta reference a map quite a lot in this area because it's kind of insane, all of these twisty-turny pathways, and not really any good frame of reference. Anyway, check this box. Inside, there's the iron skillet. This is Anna's ultimate weapon, so what we need to do is we need to take, let's see, we'll give one of these to Teddy, and then we will go into our goods and we will give this to Anna. And then we can head into our goods again, and then scroll over to Anna and equip the iron skillet. I'm really amazed I haven't hit eat on something stupid like this thus far in the Let's Play. That's something I'm pretty proud of, actually. Anyway, Anna gets the iron skillet. There is no item in the game better for Anna, and oh boy, this is probably the worst fight you can possibly run into in this area. This is 3 blue starmen. Honestly, I recommend either running or just fire Omega on these guys. So let's try that, and hopefully, yes, we are faster. Very nice. Down goes 1, down goes 2, and down goes 3, and I believe that gives us 600 experience if I've been paying attention correctly. Yeah. And Teddy gets level 27, which is very nice. Now, some people might argue I'm being a little liberal? That's not a word. Liberal in my PSI usage, but there's actually a healing point relatively soon on the mountain, so I think we'll be okay. Alright, anyway, now that we have done that, we want to head down this way into this cave. Alright, now, we have a bit of a walk ahead of us. We have to go way down this way, and it actually loops pretty far. Alright, we actually made it a decent amount before running into any enemies, which I very, very much appreciate. And we have more blue starmen. So yeah, blue starmen and cerebrums are the only enemies in this entire area, so you don't really have to worry about getting surprised by anything, because once you've seen those two enemies, that's it. That's all that's going to show up. And wow, we actually took that out. I didn't think we were going to, but I will definitely take it. And down goes the other. Very nice. I'll be honest, I've been incredibly nervous for recording this area, so I'm glad it's going well so far. Also, amusing thing, you can sidestep right here because of the way the game sort of works with the motion, so that's a funny little thing, although I don't think it really helps you in any situation in any meaningful way. Anyway, this box contains Hank's bat. This is, as you might imagine, Ninten's ultimate weapon, so let's head on in here. Use that, and we'll equip the Hank's bat. Everyone now has their ultimate weapon, which is super, super awesome. And with that, I think next up we want to head up and around this way. And wow, only one? I will definitely take that. Having to fight only one blue starman, that's probably the best fight that you could possibly ask for in this area, because if you're around my level, it looks like we can beat them relatively reliably in just one turn, which I super, super appreciate. Alright, next cave is that way, and then I believe we're almost out, which I am really, really hyped about. And I'm also finding it really amusing how we only fought that one cerebrum right at the beginning of this area, and we haven't seen another one since. Honestly, I prefer the blue starmen because the cerebrum has a decent amount of defense, and it can also steal power points from you, which is no good whatsoever. Alright, this is the last box we are going to be running across on our little trek here. There was a PSI stone, which can definitely be helpful going forward. Going even further forward, if we can avoid any more fights, listen to this music. Doesn't that inspire fear in your heart? Well, it should. To quote the Starmen.net walkthrough, the enemies in this area are amazingly tough. Yes, emphasis on amazingly, full on italics and everything. So, you might have a bit of an issue running through here if you encounter an enemy. What do we got here? Rock Oil A, Rock Oil B, and Rock Oil C. The Starmen.net walkthrough literally suggests to just nope out of all of these fights as quickly as you possibly can, because you are going to get slaughtered otherwise. Even at a very high level, you're still going to run into problems, and I went the wrong way, which is the worst thing that can possibly happen to you in this area. Going the wrong way is practically a death wish. This area is insane, like completely insane. Alright, let's wrap around this way. I'm pretty sure this is the right way. Yes. You see this? See this house right here? This is your last haven on Mount Itoi. Period. Let's head on inside. Here we have a phone, which is super duper awesome. And we have sprite glitching, because of course we do. Anyway, we want to talk to this guy. How happy I am that you came to see me. I know what you would like me to do. Here. And he will fully heal us, which is definitely Very, very nice. I really, really appreciate the fact that he will heal you completely for free. Anyway, let's see what our stats are now. We've got this on Ninten, this on Anna, and this on Teddy. Teddy's stats grow remarkably quickly, which is definitely really, really nice. But honestly, it might be a little too good to be true. But you'll have to wait until next time to see exactly what I mean when I say that. Anyway, this episode might seem a little short, but I think this is probably the best place to end it because it slaps us right next to a save point. And I'm not kidding, this is pretty much the last news save point in the entire game. If you want to save anywhere beyond encountering this area, you're going to be going to past save points. This is the last new one that we will see. Period. This is your dad. I've transferred $2,292 into your account. After the amount you've spent, the balance is $69,749, because of course it is. Spend your money wisely. Well, the next level requires 1831 for Ninten, 243 for Anna, which is not that much, and 239 for Teddy. By the way, do you want to save? Oh yes, dear lord, I want to save. Okay, but I was thinking of going to sleep now. I've saved your progress so far. Good night, and we shall rest. See you later. Remember, push in and hold reset while turning the power off, okay? Slam. So, this past episode of EarthBound Beginnings, however short it was, we conquered the caverns of Mount Itoi, and we got all of the ultimate weapons to be found within. We also climbed a small portion of Mount Itoi, and we happened upon this rest house, which is the last safe haven on this ruthlessly brutal mountain. And next time on EarthBound Beginnings, you know what? I don't want to spoil it. You're just going to have to watch next time, so without further ado, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Yay redundancy.